Do you have to pay debt collectors?
Do you have to pay a debt collector? Absolutely not. Should you pay a debt collector? Absolutely not. And I'm going to tell you why. You simply don't owe a third-party debt collector a dime. You don't owe it. The person or the entity that you may have owed the money to is the original creditor. Once the original creditor sells that off as a bad debt to a third-party collection agency, they can't come after you anymore, okay? And the third-party debt collector can come after you, but you're not obligated to pay them. I know that sounds a little bit funny. They would have to sue you in order to try to collect money from you, and they've got a long way to go to be able to do that. In most cases, third-party debt collectors don't have all of the information that they need in order to bring a successful suit against you in a court of law. What they have in most cases is simply a spreadsheet that has your name, maybe your address, and maybe an account number on there, and that's pretty much it. If you've been served by a debt collector, that's a different story. If you've been served by a debt collector, one of the first things that you need to look out for is how you were served. Okay, a process server is typically a court officer, and they're sworn, they're certified, or it might be a sheriff deputy. They come to your house and they have documents that they hand you. What they're going to hand you is they're going to hand you a summons and a complaint, and then any compelling evidence, any exhibits, or anything that they may have in order to prove their case. Can I tell you something? A lot of what I'm seeing right now is a bunch of nonsense. There's a summons, a complaint, and then there's a bunch of credit card statements that go along with that. It looks intimidating. It seems like it's intimidating. It looks like they got you, but they really don't. They have a long way to go before they're able to prove that not only they own the debt and have the wherewithal and the right to be able to collect on that debt and be able to successfully sue you, and they have a long way to go to prove that you even owe that debt to begin with. So listen, guys, there's a lot of things here. There's a lot of moving parts. It can get very convoluted and very complicated, but it's very serious. If you do nothing at all, it's a guaranteed loss, okay? They're going to get a judgment against you, and once they get that judgment, now comes the collection efforts. What happens after that? A writ of garnishment for your wages, a bank levy, a lien on personal property, real estate, things like that. That's what you want to avoid.